Hello folks, welcome to YouTube. I'll be your guide today. It's good to see you all again. Hello. How are you doing? I hope you're good. I'm doing pretty good right now, but I might not be after this video. I don't drink soda much these days, but I'm drinking one of my favorites, IBC root beer. It's my favorite root beer. I do love root beer. That's the only thing that makes me sad about it because I am a caffeine junkie. Let's start a band, Mr. IBC. No, thank you very much. I appreciate it. After doing the Kayak apple, I realized, first of all, I'm never going to buy Kayak from that store again. And also, I'm never going to buy the apple again. But there's this one store just down the street from me. It's actually where I got the Grizzly Dark Mint when I made the Grizzly Dark Mint review. They always have 3 kayaks, okay? Grape, straight, and wintergreen. It's very rare that I don't remember, but I don't remember if I've made a video on this. So if I did, it was a while ago. And just look at that lovely price. Welcome to Massachusetts, where that's considered very cheap. I mean, the dips like this can be $5 or $6. Grizzly can be $6 to $8. Cope can be anywhere from $7 to $10. Skull's $10 or $11. But the thing is, I hear Southerners complain about their prices. And then I'm like, they have no right to complain because look at my prices. But on a technical level, I have no right to complain because of Canadian prices. I mean, I've had a lot of friends in Canada that have to pay anywhere from like $25 to $35 for one tin. And I've tried Canadian dip once, Canadian Cope LC. I have a video on it, and it's not that good. It's okay, but not as good as real Cope LC. It's actually getting a bit warm in here. This is why I'm not a stripper. This is the final video I'm making for when I'm in the UK, so this is probably the last one before I get home. So if there's a little gap, I apologize. No idea how it's going to be. I know I've tried it once, but I don't remember it, and I don't even remember if I made a video on it. And again, you know, green can, but, again, it doesn't have the Kayak on it anymore, and I don't like that. I'm not a big fan of that, I think there's something wrong with these glasses. They're falling out! I'm gonna try to peel the price thing off. These are often a bitch to get off. Normally up here, they don't put them on the cans. And this was literally the last can of this left, so I don't know if it's going to be fresh or not. I shook it around and it sounds better than the Kayak apple did. But that's not saying much. I really need to get my teeth whitened. Obviously, there's really no date on these. Some of them have a code, and apparently there's a way to decode them. I know how to read most of the cans, but I've never learned how to do these because I've researched it and no one's ever given me an answer. So, let's open it up and see what it beholds. Okay, we're definitely looking a lot better than the Kayak apple. It's actually dark. It's not a hockey puck. It actually, well, almost fills the cans to the sides. It is extremely dark, and it seems to be pretty wet, so that's good at least. The scent, I hate this fucking smell, man. It has that plasticky, artificial wintergreen smell, and I don't know how else to define it. Kayak wintergreen, Longhorn wintergreen, just the cheap wintergreens, they all have this plastic smell. It's extremely artificial, mulchy, shitty smell that I hate. And keep in mind, again, I'm not a big fan of wintergreens these days. I don't know if that's going to make a difference or not, but I always pack it anyways. Not really. Alright, so there it is. Pack a lip with me. Hopefully you're packing something good, and if you're not packing anything, that's fine too. Pinchability with Kayak. It's not the worst I've ever experienced, but it's not the best. We got a nice, decent little pinch there with these, so cheers. That's already pretty nasty. Just a hint at the pinchability and packability. All over. Fucking all over. Luckily I have some root beer. We'll fix that now. Okay, we're good. We're good! The flavor tastes like shit. It just tastes like shit. It's just so... It's really hard to describe. I don't know. Longhorn wintergreen and Kayak wintergreen are basically the same in terms of flavor. And then you have some other cheap ones too. Like Red Seal's okay. Timberwolf wintergreen, it's similar. A lot of the cheap wintergreens just have the same taste. It's plastic, it's artificial, and it's just gross. It's almost like they took a straight dip and poured a little mouthwash in it. It's not a true pure wintergreen. It's so fake and hollow and shit. So comparison, easily Longhorn. I find like the wintergreen and mint to be cut a lot different than the fruit flavors. It just seems a bit different. I mean, doesn't it look kind of different? Because again, my theory is that Swisher, who makes Kayak, I swear they use the leftover cigarillo tobacco for grape, peach, and apple. But you don't have wintergreen and mint cigars as far as I know, so maybe that's why. Maybe it's different. Maybe it's still just very low quality. But I swear, until I see proof otherwise, that they use the leftover cigar tobacco for Kayak Apple, Peach, and Grape. I swear. The packability, it was kind of a mess at first. Now that I have it settled in, it's not too bad. I am getting some floaters, obviously. Kind of a given with this, but not terrible. The texture's waxy. It's the only way I can define Kayak. It's just waxy. It's almost like it's coated in like a very thin layer of wax. It just feels fake. There's just something about it. When you pack Cope or Skull or even Grizzly, even though I don't like Grizzly, you can still like tell it's real tobacco that they use. This feels like fake tobacco. It feels like an imitation. Who are you and what are you doing here? Sir, what are you doing here, sir? I need to know what you're doing here, sir. There's no burn and there's no nicotine. Again, I've said it in everyone, Kayak's very light, if not the lightest. Like, Kayak has no nicotine. A lot of people in the dipping community say that Skull doesn't have much nicotine. Skull actually has a decent amount. I think it's more the fact that the fruit flavors, people think, oh, you're fucking fruity. Personally, I don't care what you dip. It's very rare these days that I do dip fruit dips, but I don't care. I don't care if you dip fruit dips. I don't care if you dip pouches. I don't care what you do. We all like tobacco at the end of the day. So what does it matter what you like? You know, if you dip Skull Apple every day, great. If you dip Cope Original pouches every day, cool. Those aren't my fortes, but I'm not going to judge you for it. The spit. Kind of full. This is fresh. You've seen it. It's actually very dark, so it's a fairly new tin. I don't know why. I don't know who's been buying it. But the spit, it's kind of foamy. Kinda not a lot, but it is dark and you do spit nonetheless, so that's okay. Last ability with Kayak, I'm not really sure. I'd imagine it's gonna start falling apart before I can get to that. The aftertaste is not gonna be good. The aftertaste is not gonna be good on this dip. It's gonna leave that plastic ass aftertaste and I can't stand it. I hate that, but that's what it's gonna leave. I already know it. I just know it, I can tell. Alright, we got some shout outs here. Here we go. Redneck Life 16, Sean Dips, John Smith, H.A. Optic Lost, I guess. Tony Kravitz, Full Review, K-Lover224, Hey Titty Man 33, The Dippin' Twig. That's a funny one. I don't know why. When I was writing that down, I thought that was funny. Kyle Parlier, Born to Dip 420. I like that one as well. 420 is a good thing. Dean Cooper, Mr. Fred STT, I guess. The NH Dipper, and Brandon Judy. Check them all out. Since I'm away, and I'm recording this in March, it's kind of redundant to do the number of subs, so I'm just going to wait till I'm back home and I make more videos then. So we're just going to skip right to the rating. Kayak Wintergreen. It sucks. I don't like it. I mean, it's not making me want to die, but it's just not a very good dip. I don't like it at all, really. Again, I'm not a big fan of Wintergreens. There's some exceptions. Like, I'll always like Stoker's Wintergreen. Tough Guy Wintergreen was good. Hawken Wintergreen's good. But I'm just not into them, and this is such a cheap one. I don't like it. I'm going to give this a 2 out of 10. 2. I can't quite give it a 0. When it gets to 0, it gets the ultimate fate, which is getting flushed. I'm not going to flush this. I'll probably dip it, but I would never dip it again, and I won't dip it again because it sucks. Anyways, that's been the video. Like this video if you like this video. I love you all so much. I will be returning from my trip soon, so sorry if there's a little break in between, but in the meantime, feel free to follow me on all my social media in the description, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.